My name is Claddy. Today let's talk about my beauty favorites of 2026 so far. Let's start off with complexions. I have here the Saem. The Saem is a K-beauty brand. It's the Cover Perfection Concealer Pencils. I originally got this one in the shade 1.5 Natural Beige. I fell in love with it. However, the shade is a bit too light. I decided to get another darker skin tone color in the shade 2.0. I think it's called Rich Beige, and a green color corrector in the shade Green Beige. I love these products because they are such convenient spot concealing, lash correcting products that is so easy to apply and super quick as well. You just have to do a couple of squiggles and then blend it out using either a concealer brush or you can use your finger. It's so easy to use in that way. The shade Green Beige, this one, it works really well on my genetically permanent redness around my nose. I struggle with a lot of texture and bumpiness around this area. In the past, I was never bothered enough to do anything with it, and then I realized with just one corrector like this, helping to target the actual redness, for that I don't have to use as much concealer around this area anymore. And it would make the look more natural because I'm using less product in the end. The shade 2.0 Rich Beige, I think is perfect for blemishes and hyperpigmentations. Recently, I got a sunburned or chemical burned from offsiding an anvil, which is ammonium nitrate and fuel oil truck. You don't have to know the detail. It's horrified, the thing that I'm doing at the moment. You just have to know that I'm a graduate mining engineer. I'm doing a rotation with Dream Blast crew. Actually, I'm flying out this afternoon to go back to work, and it was so painful, that sunburn lash chemical burn. I was outside all the time, so this area around my lower lip, around these two corners, was so irritated and dry and flaky. It was so red and painful. And then it got to the stage of healing a little bit, and now it turns a bit dark. That's why I reckon it's a chemical burn rather than a sunburn, because normally with my sunburn, it wouldn't get too dark around these two corners too much. But yesterday I put the makeup on and I used the shade Rich Beige as my almost peachy color corrector, and because of the, you can see maybe like the orange richness in the color, it helped conceal the hyperpigmentations when I apply this pencil concealer on top of my liquid concealer. I love these two products. They are so easy to use, and I think it's really worth it to add an extra step of pencil concealer to your collection. Let's move on to the cheek category. The first product is this Bahama Mama Cool Contour Liquid Bronzer from thebalm. I have made a whole video. It's an hour-long video about the brand thebalm. If you want to know more about the brand, also about this product, you can check out that video. In short, I love this liquid bronzer. The texture is very sheer and liquidy, so it allows you a decent amount of time to work around it. You can dot it on your face and then wait a little bit for the liquid to dry out, or you can blend it right away. You can also apply it on the back of your hand. Maybe I'll do a little swatch. You can see it's very liquidy. So yeah, you can work with it in any way that you want. It's so versatile in that way. When you blend it out, it has a subtle glow. I reckon it's from the gel liquidy formula itself, not from any pearl or glitter particles. So it sits pretty smooth on the skin, and I would say in a youthful way. So like sometimes if it's too matte, it would sit a little bit too maturely. I mean, the matte finish would be very mature skin friendly, and I understand that. But with a slightly glowy finish like this, it would make the skin a little bit more youthful, more healthy. Overall, I love this liquid bronzer, and good luck on me to find another liquid bronzer like this because the brand is long gone now. But if you are in the market for a liquid bronzer that is beginner friendly, which I am, those are the qualities that I think you should keep an eye out for. Blushes, I got this one from the brand Roman. It's a K-beauty brand. They are called Juicy Raw Cheek. I have two shades, number 5 Nougat Coco and number 6 Beige Grape. The number 5 Nougat Coco shade, it's a mid-tone neutral brown, and the shade number 6, it's also a mid-tone kind of rosy mauve shade. So they are very neutral. They are right up my alley. This is a sheer balm formula. If you are familiar with Merit Flush Balm, they are very similar, but I prefer this formula over that one for Merit. The reason is that I think these two colors are a bit more desaturated, more muted in a way. It means they have a bit of white, less gray base in the color. They are both the juicy jelly thin sheer, a bit glossy formula on the skin, but the shade that I got from the Merit one is Apis, which is a rich berry, so it has a lot of pigment in it. These two, I think because of the desaturations, they are not loaded with pigment. They are still pretty much sheer and translucent with minimum pigmentation on the skin, so they don't move around really. The pigment itself doesn't move around weirdly on the skin. I think that's why I prefer the formula, solely for the reason that these colors work better on my skin tone. Also because of the mutedness, you would see that the color sit a little bit closer to the skin rather than sticking out when you think of other more vibrant and vivid colors, as in the Merit Apis shade. Especially on the days that I don't wear a lot of complexion product, I don't want to notice the tonal gap between my skin tone and the blush itself, which happened with the Merit one because it's a gel-like rich reddish berry color. It looks like I have red gel floating on top of my skin rather than a color like one of these. Overall, I'm pleasantly surprised with this balmy glossy cream blush formula. The colors are so wearable and the finish is very healthy, very juicy and supple on the skin. It's so flushy. I would want to wear it every single day. Another cream blush, but I use this cream blush for a total different purpose. This is my favorite cream blush to be used as a base when I layer my blushes. This is the Rose Ink Lip and Cheek color in the shade Daylily. So I recently learned a technique. It's not like a complicated technique or anything. It's just a process of layering different textures and colors of blushes. So you're wearing multiple blushes at one time, and this is the perfect base color. Online it was described as a rich warm taupe, I believe, but I don't think it's a taupe to me. It's too pink to be called a taupe. I think I would call it a warm brownie roast, and the texture is more of a traditional wet cream blush that would stay pretty sandy on the skin after you blend it. Once again, it's not the glossy, balmy that transfer to be dewy in the skin, nor the cream to powder, moussey, velvety matte blush. It will stay a bit tacky and sticky and has a bit of a hydrating finish after you apply it. That's why it's so perfect to be used as a base, because you can rely on it to be dried down a little bit and settle down on your skin, but you can also use that residual moisture as a pigment enhancer when you apply a powder blush on top. I think it's perfect in that way, and the color is very neutral. It means that you can pair it with another neutral color or a more colorful, more pigmented, more vivid powder color on top. But sometimes I like to wear it alone as well. It's neutral, it's very balanced, so you can just apply it and leave it like that, and then you have a close to perfect everyday blush look. But I think layering blushes with this cream blush is the way to go. And we have two powder blushes that I want to mention in today's video. This is from the brand Judydoll. It's a C Beauty brand. They are called Pretty Blush Powders. I have two shades. I believe they have names, but I couldn't see it at the back of the pan, so let's just call them by the number. 35 is a mid-tone neutral brown. Let me do like a little swatch, maybe here. Hope you can see it. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. And I have 48 as well, which is a mid-tone, once again, pinky, rosy, dusty mauve. So they are both very neutral and slightly grungy, which is what I like at the moment. I love this formula because it's so lightweight, sheer, and beautiful. So if you like me and you like a more undone, messy, free-spirited blushing moment, you will enjoy this because it is not packed with pigment. So I would recommend when you use it, you take a bigger brush, a fluffy big brush, go into the pan. It has a little bit of tendency to be hard pressed, so I would recommend you to take it a little bit unseriously. You can definitely be precise with it, but because of the hard press tendency, I think you should be a little bit heavy hand with it. You pick it up with a brush and then blend it out. I like the way that it's so sheer and lightweight. You can blend it to your jawline or dust it up to your forehead and create an overall very blushing, very bruisey blush look. The two colors that I got, they are foolproof anyway, so you can make a mess with it. They are very light and subtle compared to my skin tone, so like I said, even when you make a mess, you can easily fix it by blending it out with a clean brush. So yeah, don't be too scared of making a mistake with this blush. Trust the process and it would be pretty easy to fix. That's why I love working with this kind of formula, knowing that you can always fix it or you can always go back with more blush. But yeah, the pan is a bit tiny, so I think being a bit careless will be the way to go, because yeah, you don't know how much product it's gonna be picked up on the brush, but I love them. The first eyeshadow palettes I want to mention is this Miss New York eyeshadow palette. It has 12 shades. It's from the brand thebalm. Once again, I made a very long video about the balm, and I had some applications from this palette in that video. So if you want to have a better idea of how this product is actually applied on the eyes, you can check out that video. I just want to mention briefly and highlight that this is a very adapting basic neutral palette. When you look at it, it's just a bunch of browns and nude shades, but if you look closely, you can see various undertones of browns. So you have like a pinky rosy brown, you have a purpley brown, you have like a straight up neutral brown. On the deeper end of the palette, you have this kind of mustardy brown, a burgundy brown, a charcoal brown, and a chocolatey brown. So you have multiple undertones of browns with a wide range of shades from light to dark. That's why I like working with this palette. I know that they are still interesting and innovative in a way, but still within my comfort zone to work with, because these are the neutral shades that I would go for so often. I think the highlight of this palette is the matte. I think the matte is very beautiful and sheer when you first applied it, but then you can pack more pigment on top of it. It's just the way that I like to apply my makeup at the moment. I want to be a bit messy. I don't want to be worried too much about everything getting out of hand. I want a little bit of product at first and then have the ability to build the pigment on top. So this is just perfect texture and formula to do it with. The shimmers, you have 4 shimmers in this palette. They are a bit satiny and they are a bit underwhelming in my opinion. I go for this palette for the mattes, and I think it's worth it. You have a beautiful matte shades to work with, and I think it's just that perfect equilibrium of you going for this palette with maybe 1 or 2 mattes. You have a look, and then you have like maybe a single metallic eyeshadow. I will mention those more special, more unique finish later, and then you have a complete look. And these are the toppers and shimmers and metallics that I would pair with the matte from the Miss New York palette from the balm. These are Revlon Sophia's Prismatic eyeshadow palettes. Like the word Prismatic suggests, I think the finish of these eyeshadows is so interesting and unique. So they are, from the look of it, I have 3 palettes. This is called Slice Flaked, Tantrum, and the last one is the Big Bang. They are not the most shiny and twinkling, nor metallically shiny chromic eyeshadows that you would expect. They are somewhere in the middle. So in a way, they are just traditional shimmering metallic shades, but they have a cool, unique flip to each of these shades. So maybe I'll do this swatch. I like the shade the most in this palette. It's like a neutrally coolish taupe. So in a way, it's just a soft metallic shimmers, but you can see there's like a golden sheen to it. Maybe I'll do another shade. This is a warm chocolatey brown in this palette. It's very beautiful as well. Yeah, this one you can see there's a silver sheen to it. I wouldn't say it's glittery, but there's something refining and shiny about that shifty effect. I would say they are like multi-dimensional in a good way. The texture is not thick and creamy. They are a bit drier. Some of them feel a little bit scratchy, but that thin, dry-ish, scratchy applications really help with that shifty effect. So when you pick up a thin layer of that shimmer, the line shines through it and it picks up that shiftiness, and in a way enhances the polarizations of the formula itself. I don't want to give out an impression that these are incredible shifties, multi-chromes with colorful reflect to it like a Cliona eyeshadow. They are nowhere near that level, but I think the formula is special and luxurious enough to get Revlon up there together with high-end shimmer formula. So these looks very, very good quality for the price, and I mean for the plasticky packaging. Imagine they are just underdogs. They are basic shimmering browns and pinks, but if you look at them closely, they are so elevated. And if you take a closer look, an even closer look, you will see that change of radiance that give it some special colors on the base of browns and pinks. They are really beautiful. I fell in love with this Berry M Euphoric metallic cream eyeshadow this year because of its fascinating texture. In the pot, it looks like a gunmetal cool tone taupe, and the texture looks a bit moussey and creamy, but when you touch it, it feels very wet and almost liquidy, and on the skin it doesn't stay moussey and creamy. It cheers to have a wet looking finish. Look at that shine. It's so shiny and sparkly with a lot of colorful glitters in it. So it's beautiful as a topper, but I think it has enough color base to be built up to achieve a smoky look. I feel like I'm always an eyeshadow palette girly because I want all the mattes and all the shimmers, but I realized that you don't need a lot to achieve your everyday, reliable, good on the go eye look. You just have a couple of reliable, high quality blendable mattes and you have a topper like this, and then your look will get all put together and so elevated. So I definitely want to go back and get another warmer shades of this, because this one, it has more silver bronzy glitters in it. I want something with maybe more brown and nude glitter, so I will definitely go back and get another shade of this one. This is so good and it's affordable as well. I think Berry M is an Australian beauty brand, and I'm not sure if you can get it anywhere else in the world, but they are definitely quite affordable and accessible in Australia. Look at that glow. I have quite a few lip products, so I will go through them fairly quickly and precisely, and my arm is ready for the swatches. First of all, let's talk about a traditional matte formula. This is the Maybelline Ultimatte Color Sensational matte lipsticks. I don't know why they have to add the trademark phrase color sensational, but I mean they trademarked it, so better off using it as much as they can. I have two shades. This is 699 More Buff. This is a Can you see it when I'm, maybe? This is a muted dusty rose color, and I have another shade called 999 more truffle. So this is a Vambi brown color. So this one, it looks dark enough on the swatches, but on my lips, because of my natural lip color, it looks a little bit too light and too ashy. I use it quite a lot as a base for an ombre lip effect. I pair these two together sometimes. This one is the darker shade of that ombre look, and this one is the base. The shade more truffle itself, I love it. I love a brown lip at the moment, and I use it as my everyday brown Vambi lip. The formula is dry. It's traditionally matte, so it's definitely more on the drier side, but it's comfortable enough to wear alone. But you can definitely buff it out or blend it out or blot it to create that viral hazy lip moment. The formula has a lot of pigment in it, so maybe just start off with a little bit, and if you feel like you want more punchy color, add a little bit more. For the amount of pigment and for the completely matte finish, I think it feels decently comfortable on the lips. I love the colors that I got with these two shades. Secondly, I have two Gucci lip products. I have the lipstick, I think it's the Satin formula. I think they're a matte formula, and there's this Satin formula. So this is the shade Mina light pink. It's a warm brown with a hint of rose in it. I don't think it has a lot of pink in the color at all, but the Satin formula, you can see it stays a bit more hydrating, a little bit glossy on the lip. It's somewhere matte, but you would expect it moves around a little bit, and for the satin finish, I think it lasts pretty long. And once again, I am loving a brown lip, especially this one is very neutral compared to More Buff. I think More Buff has that rich chocolatey brown undertone in it. This one is more neutral and a bit lighter on my lips, so it's perfect for an everyday look. The second lip product from Gucci I have is the, what's it called? It's called Plumbing Gloss in the shade Suzanne Brown. I think to note with Gucci lipstick is that they have a scent. They have a very strong, sweet floral scent. So if you are sensitive with scent, Gucci is notorious for putting a lot of fragrance into their makeup products, and it might be even more irritating when you apply it around your lip. It's supposed to be a plumbing formula, but I think there is just a little bit of minty, spicy sensation. I don't think it lasts very long, especially with the amount of lip gloss that I apply. The color is this brownie color with a hint of red and purple in it, and I think it's perfect for pairing with a light brown lip liner. That's what I like to wear with this lip gloss. I wouldn't just wear a gloss like this alone because it's too sheer, you can barely see the color, but if you blend it out with a brown lip liner, everything is brought back together to the original color, and it will enhance the reddish brown color of this gloss. It's not sticky, it's sheer, you can see it doesn't have a lot of base pigment in it. Sheer, comfortable, doesn't leave you with a ring or doesn't feel tacky or stringy at all. Such a good lip gloss formula. Similarly, I think this is a very good dupe for the Gucci lip gloss. This is Revlon Super Luscious, the gloss, in the shade 270 Indulge in it. They are very similar. This one is maybe more pigmented and more opaque. Imagine this color. If you add maybe 10% more pigment in it, it would turn to be this slightly vibrant, slightly pigmented lip gloss. But I think they are the same color. I don't know why, but because this is sheer, you don't see that color as much. But when you put them close together, you got that reddish brown with a hue of burgundy. They are pretty close in color, and the feeling on the lips is exactly the same. Very comfortable, not stringy, not sticky, lasts decently well for a glossy formula like this, and they are very shiny and I like it. Lastly, I have, is it the last one? No, second to last, because I have another tinted lip balm that I'm wearing at the moment to talk about, but this one is the second to last. This is from the brand Flortte, another C Beauty brand. This is a glossy balm in a clicking pan format like this. It has such a glossy finish. The color is a brownie nude, but on the lips it turns to almost a clear glossy balm, maybe with a bit of color. Because I have pigmented lip, I couldn't see the color quite clearly, so I would call it almost a clear glossy balm. It's so comfortable and nourishing on the lips. It feels like a traditional lip balm with a extra ultra glossy finish. It feels almost like a lip oil. It's that comfortable and it's so long lasting. Sometimes I'm surprised on how C Beauty lip products feel on the lips. The feeling is incredible, feeling like you are wearing a very nourishing lip balm with barrier repairing quality or something. But it's very shiny. I like to pair it with my Flortte lip liner. This is a smudgy lip contouring product, so it doesn't have a lot of pigment. It moves around quickly, but pairing these two, it feels like you just put on a random lip balm, but then your lips look so pouty and perfect. Okay, last lip product. This is from the brand Beige. Again, this is the Sheer Splash tinted lip balm. It's very tiny and I have it in the shade Dewberry Drench. Once again, it's a reddish brown. This is my favorite color to wear at the moment. It feels quite comfortable, nourishing, hydrating, very supple. It feels like a good quality lip balm. I like the combinations of the beautiful color and that nourishing quality of a lip balm. It's so tiny, so I put it in my bag. I carry it everywhere with me and I reapply it easily without a mirror. This is good. This is tiny. I'm gonna bring it with me to work this swing. Finally, I have 3 skincare and hair care products that I want to talk about. First of all is this sunscreen. It's from the brand Pure Block Daily Sunscreen X. I have the light version, which is this orangey yellow packaging. I think they have the purple one. It's called color correcting or something, and the blue one, which is called aqua. But yeah, you can look it up. It's from the brand Pure, which is a K-beauty brand. I am always in the market for a hydrating lightweight SPF, and this is everything that I want. I have tried so many K-beauty SPF. This is one of the best one actually. It rivals the Beauty of Joseon viral, very famous sunscreen, which I'm out of, and I think I would repurchase that one after I finish this. I don't know, I still prefer that one, but this one is more affordable. It feels very similar. I think the only caveat is that it smells a bit strong. It smells floral and soapy, but I think it's in today's listing. I think it's really good for the price and for the delivery of SPF 50s. It doesn't leave that white ashy cast on my skin. It's very nourishing. It feels like you add another moisturizer on top of your moisturizing routine. It feels comfortable and lightweight enough that you did not notice that you are wearing SPF. It's just really, really good. And maybe, I think I miss the Beauty of Joseon for now, because I like the way that I use that up so quickly. So I want to go through that process again. Maybe I want to try the aqua, the blue versions of that Beauty of Joseon sunscreen, and then I will go back to this. This is good. Like, I can see it. I can purchase both, to be honest. Like, I want to use them interchangeably in my skincare routine because they are that good. I like how moisturizing, hydrating, and supple it is. It feels like a moisturizer, like I said, and it makes me want to apply SPF every day because it feels that comfortable, that lightweight. And in winter, a sticky, mattifying, thick sunscreen is the last thing that I want. I want any bit of moisture that I want, and this is it. Talking about winter and moisturizer, this is, I think, the moisturizer of the year. It's from the brand Embryolist. I think it's French and I don't know how to pronounce it exactly, so I'll call it Embryolist Multi-Function Moisturizer. This is incredible because it's so thin and lightweight, but it's nourishing like a balm. It feels like you've just applied a thick balm, but the way it settles and sets down on your skin, it feels like you just apply lotions. That's how good it is, and it lasts very long. It looks beautiful underneath makeup, and it's so versatile. I think I never had trouble with this product underneath my makeup or when I wear it alone. I don't mind it look a bit shiny and glossy and balmy, you know. Overall, it's not a lotion texture, it's still a cream texture, but it feels incredible. That's what I care about. And I think I've started using it in, say, February. I think around January, February this year is when I started using it, and I'm almost through it already because it's winter in Australia and I really need this level of moisturization. This is great. And finally, this is a sea salt texturizing spray from Toni&Guy. 60 years of salon experience for beachy looks, defines and texturize natural waves. I don't have wavy hair, but recently I got my hair cut. Now it's in this kind of like mid-length bobby shape. It's not as good as it was a month ago. I like it to be a bit shorter so you can see that bob cut effect. But I purchased this one because every time I got that bob cut, I need something to texturize the end. So if you can imagine a bob cut and the whole texture of the hair is straight, it would look very flat. It look like a, how can I describe it? It would look very flat. I need that bit of texture at the end so that it's voluminous from this part toward the end, and then it curves around like this. So I feel like every time I got that short hair bob cut again, I would need some texturizing hairspray. It is not a traditional hairspray, so it's something that you apply when your hair is wet. After you wash your hair, I've used my hair oil and then I've used this, and then I go through it with a circular comb to help smooth out the curve that I want. And I think the best look that I have achieved so far is combining this product with my Amica hair blow drying brush. Okay, it's this one right here. I have it for years. I think this is the 5th year that I own this brush, and it's going pretty strong. This is the only hair tool that I have, and it helps so much with the curve, with the waviness that I want when I got this shorter hair. I don't really want anything too fancy. I don't want like a curl. Like today, I've used my hair oil and I've used this one, but I didn't use this one to blow dry my hair, so it looks pretty flat. But I think if you once again go back to that thebalm video when I was wearing that purple shirt, I think that's my best hair look. I don't know how to insert like a photo or a clip when I am editing this video, but I will leave that video and you can go back and refer to that hair, because I think in my mind that hair look with the combinations of everything, it looks so good. And it's when my hair was a bit shorter a few weeks ago, so it definitely looks better. Now I think it's a bit out of shape when it's get longer, but soon I will go back to that shorter bob cut and it will look good with this sea salt texturizing spray and this brush. I think I didn't talk a lot about this spray, but I think because of the sea salt content in it, it adds so much volume and it makes my hair looks a bit flowy and soft. It looks so smooth and nice, and it smells pretty good as well. So like, I mean, yeah, it doesn't smell chemically, which is a good thing, and these two together, perfect beachy summer hair look. That's everything that I have been loving in 2026 so far. I think I have maybe like 15 products that I've just talked about. Not a lot, but I truly enjoy playing with makeup, playing with my skincare routine, and doing something different with my hair this year. So I think I'm back in the beauty game, and I do want to make more beauty content like this. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, I'm Cloudy, and hopefully we see each other again. Bye.